Welcome back to Unbound Faith. Today we are in Genesis chapter 17.
17. Yeah.
Wow.
Big one.
It's a big one.
Yeah, a lot going on.
Yeah. It's packed with covenants and blessings.
Absolutely.
And even a little bit of laughter in this chapter.
Yeah, it's almost like a microcosm of faith itself. You've got these incredible promises and, the human reactions to those promises, and then you see how it just echoes throughout history.
It's amazing. I mean, you think about it. So God appears to Abram, and he's 99 years old.
Yeah, like you think by that point,
You'd think by that time,
you've got to figure it out.
you're done, right?
Yeah.
Like life is just, this is it. But
Nope, God shows up.
God's like, I've got a plan for you.
We're not done yet.
And it's a total transformation that starts with a simple name change.
Yeah, he's getting an upgrade.
Abram becomes Abraham.
Right.
And it's not just cosmetic, is it?
No, not at all.
This is a whole
It really signifies this complete shift
shift, yeah.
in identity and destiny. Abram means exalted father.
Okay. But then he becomes Abraham, father of a multitude, which talk about a declaration of what's to come.
That's amazing. It's amazing.
And what's to come is, well, it's nothing short of staggering.
Yeah.
I mean, God lays out this covenant with Abraham, promises him descendants more numerous than the stars.
It's impossible for us to even imagine.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, how could you even begin to fathom that, right?
Yeah.
A land of his own, and then this legacy that would impact, well, the world.
It makes you think, though, about our own lives, right?
It really does, yeah.
What seems impossible in our own human understanding.
Yeah. What are those things that we just
And we can't even conceive of. Yeah.
we can't wrap our minds around? And yet, here's the thing.
What is it?
With God, the seemingly impossible can become a lived reality.
Right.
And that's where faith comes in.
Yeah,
remember?
because, right?
Because this covenant with Abraham, this incredible promise, it comes with a physical symbol.
Yeah.
Circumcision. Yeah. It's interesting because that's something that might seem strange
Oh, yeah. For us now.
to us now, yeah.
Right.
In the context of ancient times, this was huge.
Oh, it was a powerful symbol of commitment.
Yes.
It signifies a setting apart, a physical manifestation of this spiritual bond.
It's good. I like that. It's a visible reminder of the invisible promise.
Exactly.
It's like this covenant, it wasn't just for Abraham, was it? It was for his entire household.
Yeah, they were all in.
It was meant to
It
shape
is a family affair.
not just one man's life,
Yeah.
but an entire lineage.
Absolutely, yeah.
A community formed around this commitment.
It really speaks to how far-reaching God's plans are. This wasn't just about, Abraham and Sarah and their immediate kids. This was about establishing a people,
Yeah.
setting them apart, a people that would carry this covenant forward, for generations.
Generations. It really makes you think about the ripple effects, even of our own choices, our own commitments.
Yeah.
Do they inspire others?
That's a good question.
Do they leave a legacy? A legacy that extends beyond our own lifetime even.
Yeah, and speaking of legacies, we can't forget Sarah in this story.
Oh, that's right.
At 90 years old, she receives her own name change.
90 years old. I mean,
Right. Talk about a late in life.
can you imagine
but
being told at that stage in life, you're going to have a baby?
yeah, what's your reaction going to be?
And not just any baby, but this baby.
This is a miracle baby.
That's going to be part of this huge covenant.
Yeah, her reaction is so human. It's so relatable. It's almost as if she's grappling with just the sheer audacity of it,
It's too much. Yeah.
It's like, really, at 90, okay.
Yeah.
And yet her laughter isn't disbelief.
No.
It's more like this stunned recognition of the impossible becoming possible.
It's good. Yeah, I like that.
And it's a good reminder for all of us that even our moments of doubt.
Which we all have.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Our moments of how could this possibly be? They can be part of our faith journey, too.
Yeah, it's okay to question.
It's okay to question.
Yeah.
And, this son, Isaac, he becomes central to how this whole covenant unfolds.
Yes, he does.
He's the one who will inherit the promises, the one through whom God's plan will, kind of be carried forward.
And that brings us to, well, a slightly more complex aspect of the story, doesn't it? The presence of Ishmael.
Right. Abraham's son with Hagar.
Yes.
And, this is where we see the kind of the multifaceted nature of how God interacts with humanity. Because, while Isaac is chosen to inherit the covenant, God doesn't just abandon Ishmael.
No.
No, he receives blessings too, a promise of, descendants as numerous as the stars.
It's amazing. It challenges us to think about kind of the complexities of chosenness. This idea that God can work through different individuals, different families in different ways,
Yes, absolutely.
to fulfill his purposes. It's not always a straight line, is it?
No, it's rarely that simple, right?
Right.
And perhaps that's the point, that God's ways are higher than our ways.
His thoughts are higher.
His thoughts are higher than our thoughts.
Yes.
We see glimpses of his plan, right? We experience his faithfulness, but that full scope of his design, I think, often remains a mystery.
Yeah, and it's a lot to take in, isn't it, all of this? The weight of these promises and, the uncertainty of the future. And it's like Abraham and Sarah and their family are stepping into something so much bigger than themselves.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's like they're taking a leap of faith into the unknown, really. And yet what strikes me, about Abraham is his obedience. He doesn't hesitate. He doesn't question. He just trusts and he acts.
It's a good word for us. In a world that seems to value questioning and, analyzing everything, there's something to be said about just saying yes.
Yeah, just surrendering to something bigger than ourselves.
Right. And
Right.
trusting in a wisdom that's beyond, our ability to fully comprehend even.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that often the birthplace of extraordinary things, that kind of surrender?
It really is. It's beautiful. And so we leave Genesis 17 with this image of, Abraham and his entire household undergoing circumcision, and it's a tangible sign of their commitment.
Yeah, this physical manifestation of a spiritual reality.
And, it's a reminder that these stories of faith, even the ones that were written thousands of years ago, they still speak to us today.
They do.
They invite us to wrestle with these big questions and to grapple with the challenges and the nuances of faith and how, these ancient narratives can shape how we live our lives today.
And maybe just like Abraham, we might find ourselves stepping into the unknown with that mix of laughter and awe and wonder and just trusting that even when things seem uncertain, we're held by a God whose faithfulness endures.
That's beautiful. From Unbound Faith, may you find strength for your journey and may grace guide your path.